Did you know that the Bible is filled with references to creatures that seem more like myth than reality? Unicorns, serpents, even hybrid beasts, all mentioned in sacred scripture. These aren't just legends, they're part of the Bible. Why did ancient texts include these beings? Were they merely symbolic, or could they have been based on something real? In this video, we will explore the mythical creatures of the Bible and the mysteries behind them. Were they misunderstood encounters with real animals, or do they point to something deeper? Something we have yet to understand. If you're fascinated by the mysteries of the ancient world, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more content that delves into the unknown. Let's begin. Behemoth and Leviathan, real or symbolic? The book of Job offers two of the most enigmatic creatures in the entire Bible, Behemoth and Leviathan. The behemoth is described as a powerful creature that moves its tail like a cedar and has unmatched strength. The Leviathan, on the other hand, is portrayed as a terrifying sea monster with impenetrable scales, breathing fire and causing chaos in the waters. Scholars have debated the origins of these creatures for centuries. Were they purely symbolic representations of chaos and power, intended to illustrate God's strength? Or could they have been based on real animals known to the ancient world, perhaps large beasts like hippos, crocodiles, or even dinosaurs that early humans encountered? Some theories suggest that these descriptions may be echoes of prehistoric encounters passed down through generations. Perhaps Behemoth was an extinct species, like a large herbivore, while Leviathan could have been inspired by massive marine creatures, or even giant squids. The fire-breathing imagery has led some to speculate that the Leviathan could be linked to ancient myths about dragons. These descriptions were not included in the Bible without reason. They serve as symbols of God's power over creation, but they also make us question, why were these specific creatures mentioned in such vivid detail? Could they represent ancient knowledge of beings that no longer exist? Or were they purely poetic inventions meant to inspire awe and fear? The origins of the serpent in Eden. The serpent in the Garden of Eden is perhaps one of the most well-known creatures in the Bible. But was it really just an ordinary snake, or something far more sinister? The serpent plays a pivotal role in humanity's fall from grace, tempting Eve to eat the forbidden fruit. The word used in the original Hebrew text is nachash, which can mean both serpent and a being with hidden wisdom. This has led some scholars to speculate that the serpent might not have been a simple animal, but rather a manifestation of an otherworldly being, possibly an early form of Satan or even a divine figure that had fallen from grace. In many cultures, serpents have been viewed as symbols of power, knowledge, and transformation. In ancient Mesopotamian mythology, serpents were often depicted as guardians of sacred knowledge. Could the serpent in Eden be more than just a symbol of temptation? Perhaps it was a guardian that provided humanity with a glimpse of knowledge meant only for the divine. If this creature was indeed more than just an ordinary animal, it raises questions about humanity's relationship with knowledge, temptation, and divine boundaries. Was the serpent trying to lead humanity astray? Or was it offering the key to a truth that God wished to keep hidden? The role of the serpent remains one of the most fascinating and mysterious elements in the entire biblical narrative. The cockatrice, fact or folklore? The cockatrice is a creature often mentioned in the Bible, particularly in older translations like the King James Version. Described as a deadly serpent-like being that could kill with a mere glance, the cockatrice has more in common with creatures from medieval bestiaries than anything in the natural world. The cockatrice is believed to be a mythical hybrid, a mix between a serpent and a rooster. Its terrifying powers are reminiscent of the basilisk, another mythical creature capable of causing death simply by making eye contact. Could the cockatrice have been a symbolic representation of a deeper fear? Perhaps the fear of hidden enemies, or treachery lurking in plain sight? Another theory is that the cockatrice was a mistranslation, or an exaggerated account of a real animal, possibly a venomous snake. The ancient world often attributed supernatural abilities to animals that seemed particularly dangerous. The cockatrice could be an amalgamation of folklore and real-life encounters with creatures that were not fully understood. Whether real or purely symbolic, the cockatrice serves as a reminder of how mythology and biblical texts intertwine, creating creatures that capture both our fears and our imaginations. Unicorns in the Bible, misinterpretation or reality? Unicorns are mentioned several times in the Bible, particularly in the King James Version. These references have puzzled readers for centuries. Was the Bible truly speaking about the one-horned, mystical creature we all know from fairy tales? The word often translated as unicorn comes from the Hebrew word re'im, which scholars now believe referred to a wild ox, perhaps the aurochs, a massive, now extinct ancestor of domestic cattle. However, the choice to translate Riem as unicorn has led to centuries of fascination and speculation. Could the unicorn be based on a real, now extinct creature that exhibited some characteristics similar to the legendary beast? Or was it a poetic symbol meant to convey strength and majesty? In medieval times, unicorns came to symbolize purity and grace, and they were often associated with Christ. This symbolic meaning might have influenced translators to use the term unicorn to evoke these attributes. The unicorns in the Bible may be a case of mistranslation, but they also remind us of how legends evolve. They invite us to consider how ancient texts, translation choices, and cultural mythologies blend to create a creature that, though likely never real, has persisted in human imagination. Azazel, demon, goat, or something else. Azazel is a mysterious figure mentioned in the book of Leviticus during the Day of Atonement ritual, where one goat is sacrificed and another is sent away into the wilderness for Azazel. But who or what is Azazel? Some interpretations suggest that Azazel was a demon or a fallen angel, while others believe it was simply a desolate place. In ancient Jewish texts like the Book of Enoch, Azazel is portrayed as a rebellious angel who taught humanity forbidden knowledge. Could the ritual involving Azazel symbolize the casting away of sin and corruption brought by such forbidden teachings? The imagery of the scapegoat being sent away to Azazel adds an element of mystery. Was it merely a symbolic act of purification, or was it a ritual designed to appease an actual entity believed to exist in the wilderness? The idea of Azazel as a demonic figure raises questions about the unseen forces that ancient people believed influenced their lives, offering a glimpse into the spiritual world they envisioned. The mythical creatures of the Bible offer us a glimpse into a world that is far more mysterious and complex than what we often assume. From the behemoth and Leviathan to unicorns and cockatrices, these beings raise questions about what ancient people might have seen, feared, or believed. Were these creatures symbolic, or did they represent something real, now lost to history? These mysteries remind us that there is so much more to the Bible than meets the eye. Layers of symbolism, mythology, and perhaps even ancient encounters with beings beyond our understanding. If you enjoyed unraveling these mysteries with us, be sure to like this video and subscribe. We have many more fascinating topics that delve into the mysteries of faith, history, and the unknown, and we'd love for you to join us on this journey.